All right. Whit Weeks, huh, Taylor?
Probable?
Yeah, Frank said he's probable. He had a great week of practice. Soreness is down. He had to reiterate that the soreness was down. But
I was about to say.
yes, he said his exact quote, I think Whit is probable. He had a good week of practice. He's out there moving around. He showed great progress. He's feeling the right way after practice. He said, I don't know how much we'll use him and in what capacity.
Yeah.
But right now, I would say that he is trending towards playing.
Yeah, it's great to hear. It's great to hear. I know he's been fighting to get on the field, been upset that he couldn't get on the field. Obviously had, an injury that was preventing that because, believe you me, he tried. He tried a couple of weeks in a row to get on the field, wasn't able to. Playing a couple plays, couple series, whatever, getting back in the flow of things because, well, you're going to need him against Oklahoma for sure if you want to win that game with, the way Mateer plays. That feels like a big Whit Weeks type game.
Yeah, certainly. Like you would love to get him in the game this week just because you can do all the working out you want when you're rehabbing and you're trying to get back from an injury, but you don't ever use the muscles and you don't use them like you do during a practice or a game situation. So you like to get him out there in a game situation at game speed because he's going to have some soreness come through that, and it'll help in the rehabilitation too. So as long as he can go out there and play at 100% at full speed, and I was watching it too. I was like, man, why would he come back for, that's probably a lot of people's thought. Why would he come back for Western Kentucky? Like, he's been great for so long and he's been injured, blah, blah, blah. Like, you don't want to jeopardize his longevity.
Yeah.
And I remember I was listening to somebody talk yesterday about Joe Burrow. Right now with the Bengals, he's kind of going through the same thing. He had his turf toe and he's been out and he's doing everything he can to get back. And people are like, whoa, Joe, like this is like a long-term deal, but like you don't have to come. The season's gone. Why would you come? Well, the announcer was like, yeah, he's going to play because he's a linebacker playing quarterback.
Yeah.
And I think about that with Whit Weeks. He's a linebacker playing linebacker. Like that's the mentality that he has that he brings to the table is like, if my body's healthy and there's a football game to be played that my team is playing in, I'm playing in it.
Right.
So
could be his last game in Tiger Stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, if he decides to declare for the NFL draft now, I don't know. I mean, when you miss this much time, obviously Whit's going to have a decision that he's got to make, but could be potentially. And so, if you're well enough to go out there, you're going to do it.
Yep.
I mean, Western Kentucky's also 8-2. So, can't just roll the helmets out there. We've seen that before.
No, you can't. Have you followed a lot of Western Kentucky? I mean, I know you got to follow more schools than most for your serious gig. You got to cover everybody. Like, you don't have to give it to me now. You can kind of like prep yourself a little bit. But do you have a good little rundown of who they played? What?
Well, that's the thing.
That
is the thing that is unique about their schedule this year, because typically like they would have a ton of Power 4 games kind of leading into the season. They didn't have that this year. So I don't want to say that's the reason why they are 8-2, right? They're still a good football team, but typically like Western Kentucky is going to play Kentucky. They're going to play Tennessee early in the season, but this year it was Sam Houston, it was North Alabama, it was Toledo and Nevada in their I think their preseason.
And what is their mascot?
Hilltopper.
A Hilltopper.
Yeah.
Isn't it something like Red Blob, though?
Yeah. But it's the Hilltopper.
What is that, though?
Grimace, but red.
Yeah, he looks like
He
Grimace.
does look like a little bit.
Be like a red Skittle.
I love
like a red Skittle.
the score graphics that they put out with him.
Yeah. They kind of play it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They ham it up.
Yeah.
They had helmets earlier this year that had him, Red Blob, on the helmet, and like every position group had like a different like stance on their helmet from the mascot.
I like it.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. It looks like Grimace, though. McDonald's. Grimace.
It looks like they went to the mascot store. They're like, we're out of tigers. We're out of bulldogs. We're out of this or that. Like, but we got this in the back.
I kind of love him.
Somebody ordered it as a prank, and we made it.
They didn't pick it up yet. It's yours if you want it.
They ordered it a couple years ago. I do like it, though.
First time I saw that, my mind was blown.
That's how I feel after Thanksgiving.
That's how we all look after Thanksgiving.
Why is his mouth so big?
We took my little brother to the game
Huge.
in 2015, so he was probably, 12, and he taps me on the shoulder. He goes, "What's that?" I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Look, what is that over there?" Because we were kind of by like where their away cheerleaders were. I looked down there. I'm like, I was like, "Bro, you got me."
I'm like looking at it. I'm even trying to like think of something creative and slightly humorous to say about it. I just can't. I don't even know.
No, he's just a blob.
The top part of his head kind of looks like the little evil toads on Mario.
They are second, by the way, in CUSA, Conference USA, behind Jacksonville State. 6-1 in conference play, 8-2 overall. Had a couple of quarterbacks play, so that's why the yards aren't their typical yards, because typically Western Kentucky has like some of the top passing yards in the country. They've had 2 quarterbacks play. That's why those numbers look a little different.
I hope LSU beats the hell out of the Hilltoppers. Beats the hill out of them. I hope their defense flies around and looks like the Texans' defense yesterday. I hope they dominate physically, and they should. This is all saying, of course, all this stuff is going to happen. But I guess not so fast, my friend. Always. I hope Van Buren goes out and throws for 350 yards. I hope we run for 250 yards. Just absolutely go out and beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, he's going to be so proud of that one for the rest of the week. Y'all just give him a courtesy laugh every time he says it, okay?
Doesn't have to be courtesy, bud.
Probably going to be.